After knowing Sahib for many days, one day the narrator asked him his name. He said that his name was Sahib-e-Alam. Now what does Sahib-e-Alam mean? Sahib-e-Alam literally means Lord of the universe. But narrator says he may not even know the real meaning of his name. If he ever came to know the real meaning of his name, it would have been a hard time for him to believe, oh Lord of the universe, he is not even the Lord of himself. Then how could he be the Lord of the universe? And the narrator now finds similar boys like Sahib-e-Alam who go together as a group. They are all barefoot. They have nothing to wear on their feet. So the narrator addresses them an army of barefoot boys. Their work begins in the morning and they continue to do their work. Their work is search for anything valuable in the pile of garbage and refuse. For them, garbage is gold because they are looking for gold in the garbage. And they collect anything valuable from the garbage and they take back to some shops and sell. That is how they lead their life. His friends live in Simile, which is on the periphery of Delhi. And her friendship with the boy and his friends forces her to go to their living place to personally see how and the conditions in which they live. She goes to Simile, which is on the periphery of Delhi, but it is miles away from Delhi. How is that? You know, Delhi is the national capital of India, perhaps, or it should be the most developed city in India, being the national capital, and its adjoining areas also should be equally developed, but no development has reached Simile. These people, almost 10,000 of them, live in a slum. They live in houses made of mud and their houses are kacha houses with thatched roofs, tarpaulin and plastic sheets covered. The walls are wobbly and shaky and they live there. And there is no facility of drainage, drinking water. Animals and humans live together there and they live in a very, very miserable, unhygienic conditions. Narrator finds a few ladies there and she asks the reason why they all left, and they all repeat the same reason, that their work went in vain when they were in Bangladesh and now they are happy to settle in India. Because at the end of the day, they can go to bed with something in the stomach, not with an aching stomach. And the families live together there. The children are born and they grow there. And for the children, they develop, they earn a work, they earn a living. And living in Simile means collecting garbage. It is the means of survival. But sometimes Sahib and his friends find notes like 10 rupee notes in the garbage. When they find one, they are encouraged to look for more. For them, this garbage is covered in wonder because they never know how this 10 rupee note and all comes to this garbage. It is by mistakes. People must have thrown, or it must have fallen by mistake into the waste box, or anyway but sometimes they find. So when they find one, they are encouraged to look for more. So they keep on searching for more, and they sometimes find and sometimes fail to find. And one day the narrator asked these boys why they don't wear anything on their feet. And they all say that they have shoes and chappals kept on the shelves, but their mothers don't give them to wear. But they are all lies. The real reason for them for not wearing anything on the feet is that they are all poor. They have no money to buy a pair of slippers or shoes to wear. Some of them are wearing shoes and sandals which don't match. These are discarded, thrown away shoes and sandals. And one day the narrator finds Sahib watching two gentlemen playing tennis. He stands at the gate and looks these gentlemen playing the game. He likes the game, but that game is not within his reach because it's a costly game. But he gladly says, when these people go, the watchman, gatekeeper opens the gate for me, and I go and use the swing there and enjoy my time. And 2 days later, the narrator again finds Sahib. Today he is wearing a pair of shoes. Now where did he get this pair of shoes? These pair of shoes do not match. They are big enough for him. They are oversized shoes. The fact is that perhaps some rich boys refused to wear those shoes because there was a hole in one of them. But even such shoes which are discarded and thrown away are just like dream coming true for boys like Sahib. And finally, one day the narrator finds Sahib moving along with a milk canister in his hand. There is no bag on his shoulder today. Instead, there is a big steel canister. Narrator asked, "What happened to you? Where are you going?" He said, "I am going to get milk. I have joined a shop. I have joined a tea shop today. I got a job. How much are you paid?" He says, "I get 800 rupees plus all my free meals. Are you happy to do this work?" He does not answer. But the narrator notices that Sahib has lost that carefree look which he had on his face earlier. The bag he used to keep on his shoulder was his, but the steel canister he is holding belongs to his master, the tea store owner. Now he has to dance according to the whims and fancies of his new master. He is no longer his own master.